So there, for every processor at a given point of time can have only one process, and I think I have repeated this like already 1,000 times, so that you it will be like water for you guys. Just follow it. It should be that easy. Okay, it should not be like कि क्या होता है कैसे होता है. By now you should be knowing this. So now we have multiple processes in the main memory, all of them wants one particular resource, that is your processor. So how do we allow, how do we choose out of the list of the processes in the main memory, how do we choose which one gets to gets the processor or the CPU time? Okay, so for that we have the scheduling algorithms. Okay, and in yesterday's lecture from scheduling algorithms, we discussed, I think, 5 different types of scheduling algorithms. Okay, we started with first come, first serve. We have seen one numerical for that. And then we moved to the priority scheduling algorithm. I gave you the theory background of that, and I told you that do a numerical by yourself. Theoretical aspect I've already given you. You are supposed to explore the numerical aspect on your own for that. Post that, I taught you SRTF, shortest remaining time first. We studied the theoretical as well as the numerical aspect. Okay, so today we are left with two algorithms, round robin and your shortest job first. Okay, so in yesterday's lecture, when we did FCFS, I told you in when you'll be writing program for that, you may use a FIFO. Okay, and your first come first serve is non preemption type of algorithm. Okay, and then we studied your priority scheduling algorithm that you will be doing is also your non preemptive type of algorithm. Okay, now the next algorithm that we did in yesterday's lecture, your SRTF, or also known as SJF with preemption, is a preemptive type of algorithm. Okay, so the third algorithm that we will, for which we'll be seeing numerical today, is also the preemptive type of algorithm. So let's go to yesterday's question. Okay, so this was the question that was given yesterday. Okay, so let's take that same example and try and solve it using round robin. Okay. Method 3, round robin. My screen is visible, right? Class, my screen is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So now tell me, what will be our first step towards solving this problem? What will be our first step? What should we do?
Gantt chart, ma'am.
Very good. We should draw a Gantt chart. Okay, so let's start with the Gantt chart. Round robin, the theoretical aspect I've already given you. For Gantt chart, I will show. In round robin, you will get the most lengthiest Gantt chart. Okay, because this is the preemption for which we will have some quantum value, and for that quantum value, after every clock time that hits the quantum value, we will have to swap out, and we have to perform swapping. Okay, so if the quantum value is 2 and your process needs 10 unit of CPU time, that means for 2 quantum time with 10 minutes of CPU time, we will be performing 5 swap in swap out. Okay, so the 5 representation will be there in the Gantt chart. So in round robin, you will get a very lengthy Gantt chart. Okay, so I will show you 3 or 4 values for your Gantt chart, or how to calculate the Gantt chart for round robin for 4 to 5 values. Rest you will do on your own and give me the answer. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so if we will go back to this question, then somewhere here I had given you the somewhere down here. Yeah, look at here. This is your quantum. It was given. Okay, so this is your quantum value, and then let me write down method one. Okay, so this is your quantum, that is your one. So that means after your computer hits clock time of 1 unit, the swap out in the CPU will be performed. The process from the CPU will be swapped out. Okay, so how do we start? For starting purpose, we will have to check the arrival time initially to put them in the sequence, that which one goes first. We will have to check the arrival time. So in this case, P4 has entered into the ready queue first, but many a times in exam they will give arrival time as 0 or they will give no arrival time, and they will simply give one statement with saying same arrival time. In that case, what will you do? How will you know which one has come first? Okay, so that question also may come with two variation. First, if zero arrival time or same arrival time is given, then question one technique would be they will give some priority. So if priority is assigned, then you will go for the you will choose process with highest priority first. Okay, now if arrival time 0 is given or same arrival time is given and no priority is given, okay, for example, find the average waiting time for the given snapshot of the operating system with 5 processes for same arrival time and no priority is mentioned. Okay, in that case you can choose randomly. Okay, in that case you can choose randomly and calculate your own average waiting time. Okay, class, please give me 1 minute. Okay, okay, so in that case you can choose randomly. Okay, so let's start. We are going for method 3, that is your round robin. Now can anyone from the class tell me, is round robin a preemptive type of algorithm or non preemptive type of algorithm?
Preempting type of algorithm.
Very good, thank you, Chandni. Okay, so from this particular snapshot of the operating system, it is very clear that P4 is the process that has entered into the ready queue first. So in the Gantt chart, what we are going to do is, so what we are going to do is we are going to write down P4 because it has come first. Okay, and what was the quantum given? The quantum, let me write down here, the quantum given was 1. Okay, the quantum given was 1. So what will we write down here? The timer will start with 0. It will go until time unit 1, 1 minute, 1 hour, whatever it is. Okay, so after that, look at here very carefully. Okay, इसमें confusion initially हो सकता है जब तक हम पूरे all the process को Gantt chart में नहीं डालते. So look at here carefully. So at clock time 1, is there any other process in the ready queue? See here, is there at clock unit time 1? देखो, quantum is 1, so it is time that P4 comes out of the CPU. So it re-enters into the ready queue. So your algorithm has to check your ready queue. So in the ready queue, is there any other process at clock time 1? No. Do we have any process that has entered into the ready queue at clock time 1? No, it's very clear from here. Okay, so what happens is P4 re-enters into the CPU. Okay, so now the clock unit clock time of your system is 2 unit. You need time 2. So what your algorithm or program must do is at clock unit time 2, it will go to the ready queue. It will check from the arrival time, is there any other process that has entered into the ready queue at clock unit time 2? Yes. Okay. So yes. So what it does is it has already come out. Now P4 will not go because its quantum unit time 1 is over. So P0 goes into the CPU now. P0. Okay. So after clock unit 1, after it hits clock unit time 1, so at time equals to 3, it comes out of the CPU, it enters into the ready queue, it checks at clock unit 3, is there any other process? Okay, यहाँ पे कोई और process है in the ready queue? No. Okay, so what it does is P0, because it was already there in the CPU, so P0 will take another clock unit time. Okay, so now the clock unit time is increased from 3 to 4. Okay, so now at clock unit time 4, what does your program should do is it has to check the arrival time. At clock unit time 4, is there any other process that has entered into the ready queue? Yes, P1 has entered into the ready queue at clock unit time 4. So P0 is dispatched from your CPU to the ready queue. Okay, so now it is here in the first round, it is not dispatched. First you must check. Okay, so if there is none, it will continue. If there is another process that has entered, it will be dispatched back to the ready queue. Okay, so now P1 enters. Okay, so the timer goes from 4 to 5 unit time. So now tell me, what will be the value here? Will it be P1, P0, P4 or P3? What will it be?
P1, ma'am.
P1. Yes, it will be P1. So let me explain once more how it happens in reality. Okay.
P1.
Now, okay, yes, thank you. It's correct. It's P1. So in reality, P1 is already there in the CPU. Okay, before it comes out, what your program, what the algorithm or what the operating system does is it goes and checks the ready queue. Before checking the ready queue, even in your program, you must not exit P1. P1 should continue to remain in the CPU. Before it comes up, before it comes out of the CPU, it goes to the ready queue. It will check if there is any other process in the ready queue that has entered at this quantum period. If no, it will continue to remain in the CPU. Okay, so because of that reason, we will have P1 again. So we'll update the quantum time to 6 now. Okay, so now at clock unit time 6, do we have any other process that has entered into the ready queue? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is it? Which one is it?
MP2.
P2. Very good. So P2 will come. Okay, so it will be updated to 7. Okay, so now guys, can you proceed with the remaining Gantt chart now this way? Or should I take one or two more examples?
Ma'am.
Yeah?
Ma'am, after P3 is over, then which will enter, ma'am?
After P3 is over?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so अब P3 के बाद your first P3 के बाद P4 was supposed to be एक सेकंड पहले तो मुझे कलर चेंज करने दो, that means it will be हाईलाइट करने में मुझे आसान होगी. Okay, so now see here, P4 is done. P4 needed 2 units of time. Okay, so it has already taken 2 units of time. So that means P4 is done. So now P4, P0, P1, P2, let us say let me write down P3 to answer your question. Okay, P3. So after P3, what was the first one? It was P4, but now P4 is exhausted. It doesn't. It has completed its task. That means in the state transition diagram, if you remember, ready, running, and here is the termination or the end. That means P4, after these two cycles, it has entered into the end one. That means it is not there. It has come out of the ready queue now. Okay, so it is not there anymore. So after P3, it will check for the P4. P4 is not there in the ready queue. So after P4, which one had come first? Okay, FCFS. Remember in yesterday's lecture, I told you at the background FCFS runs. So after first round, FCFS will continue, and which one will be the next, that you can easily get from the Gantt chart that you have drawn. Okay, P4, it is exhausted. So after P4, which one was it? It was your P0. It was your P0. So your answer to your query is after P3 it will be P0. After P0 it will be P1. After P1 it will be P2 and then P3. So now consider again P1 gets exhausted, but P0 is still there. So after P3 it will be P0. Now P1 is exhausted, so it will be P2, P3, P0, P2, P3. If P2 is over, then P3, P0, P3, P0, like that. For whichever the burst time is still not, let me write down here 0. So it's already 0 now. In exam, don't do like this. Okay, this is only for rough purpose because I do not have whiteboard. So it is already 0. So now after first round, what is my P0 value? After first round, my P0 value is 0. Okay, class, in exam, please do not do this one. Okay, you can do it in rough work, but not in fair. So after first round, it is 1. I think for this one, P1 also it is decremented by value 2. Decremented by value 2, P2 I think, और P2 also. अच्छा P2 के लिए only 1 था क्या? No no. ओ P2 मैंने करके आपको बोला था खुद कर लो ना. Okay. So have you got your answer? Who was it? कौन था? Who was it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Roji. So जो भी बचा है उनमें से करना है. So class, please continue and complete this Gantt chart and give me the answer. Done? Class, are you done?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
Yes? Yes? Any doubt? Who was it?
ma'am, how many times will P3 enter, ma'am?
How many times will P3 enter? Let me see the question. P3 has 5 burst time, no? So it will enter for 5 number of times. So here you have, I think, यहाँ पे P2 ही होगा आपका. Yes, P2 के बाद P3 आएगा. Okay. So P3 के बाद तो already P1 आपका आ चुका होगा, तो P3 के बाद P1 आएगा. Okay. So that way total जितना burst time होगा, if quantum is 1, then that many number of time. Okay. For example, if we have here we our burst time is 5, quantum is 1. So your P3 will enter for 5 numbers of time. So if our quantum was 2, okay, then 2 continuous cycle and 1 at the end. So जाएगा तो 5 बार ही, लेकिन swapping परफॉर्म होगा 16 बार.
मैम प्लीज आप करके दिखाइए.
Okay. Class, are you done? Okay, redeem are done. Okay, so let's discuss. Okay, I think you guys are done. So let's discuss. So now we have हमारा कितना कितना हो चुका है. P2 is there. Okay, so P2 के 7 unit time में we had reached. So in this 7 unit time, okay, in the 7 unit time, is there any other process in the ready queue? No. So P2 will, I'll go a little fast now. Okay, so P2 will continue to remain in the P2 will continue to remain in the CPU. So at clock unit time, so P2 has also become now, P2 has also now become only two unit cycle is left. So now after at time 8 unit time, is there any other process in the ready queue? Yes, that is your P3. So P3 will enter. Okay. So now your clock unit time is 9. 9. Okay, so after 9 you have to pay attention, because one cycle of each of the process that was there in the ready queue is done. So that means here when you will implement this program, you will just बाकी प्रोग्राम में आपको सिर्फ एक काउंटर चाहिए, लेकिन इस प्रोग्राम में आपको दो काउंटर चाहिए. क्यों? एक काउंटर आपका क्वांटम यूनिट टाइम को काउंट करेगा, ओके, 1 2 करके. दूसरा काउंटर को आपको इनिशियलाइज करना होगा with the value that the user will be passing. If you are asking user enter number of processes, if user is entering 5, then you should also consider this 5 as the unit count of process, number of process. So now 5 बार process enter हो चुका है. After that it will not get repeated. आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, एक एक क्वांटम टाइम में इन आउट करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so what does this mean? So P3 is done. So the question is, will P3 continue to remain in the CPU, or will now the round fashion will start? The answer is now the round robin fashion will start, because at when the timer is hitting 9 and when P3 has entered, now our ready queue is empty. So let me draw this diagram for you. So we had, remember one diagram I have drawn and explained you the ready queue. So I think it was P4. P4 के बाद क्या था? P4 के बाद P0, P1, P2, P3. Okay. So then we have P0, P1, P2, P3. So after user enters these processes, okay, so this was the ready queue that was prepared by you guys. Let us say it was an array. Okay, so you have already, and the P4 has already gone, P0 is done, P1 is done, P2 is done. So we were in the P3. So now P3 is also swapped out. P3 is also swapped out. That means now your ready queue is, that means now your ready queue is empty. Okay, so your ready queue is now empty. So now what happens is, now in the round robin fashion, okay, now in the round robin fashion like this, you went forward. Now you will come back again to the initial point and you will again perform the swapping and swap out of the processes. Okay, so let's see how now. So now P3 is already there. So now we don't need to see is there. We don't need to check if any other process has entered, because our RAM could only take 5 processes. It already has 5 processes. The memory is exhausted. So we just need to let the processes finish its task. So now at 9, what was the first process? We do FCFS now. First come, first serve. So P4 comes here. So write down P4. But does P4 needs the CPU? No, because it has already completed its task and it is no more there in the ready queue. It is terminated. So P4 का तो मतलब ही नहीं बनता. P4 is done. So we go to the P0. So is P0 still there in the ready queue? We go here. Yes, P0 is still there in the ready queue with time unit 1. Okay, so we write here now P0. So now P0 has come into the CPU. It gets the quantum time 1. So the quantum value is updated to 10. So after it has executed for 1 minute of time, okay, so it needed only 1 minute to complete its task. It is done. So that means even now P0 is out of the league. Okay, P0 also has now been terminated. इसने अपना काम खत्म कर लिया. The process is dead. It's no more there in the ready queue. It has come out of the main memory only. So in the main memory, we are remain with only 3 processes now. Let me update this value. If you see here, P3 has already entered. So the value should be updated by value number 4 we have. Okay, so it was your 4. Okay, so now at time unit 10, okay, P0 is not there, P4. It goes back, P4 is not there in the ready queue, P0 is not there in the ready queue. So which one will go now? P1. Okay, because P1 was the process that had entered at the earliest time. Okay, so after P0, what do we write here now? We will write here P1. So we will update the time of the P1 to 10 from now 11. ओके, सो एट 11 10 में हमारा P0 आया. उसके बाद इसी 10 के यहाँ पे स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट में हमारा P1 आया. ओके, सो इट इज 11. So now P1 will update the value to 3 now. So only quantum unit time 1. So P1 will go to the P2 after P1, which had come second, P2. So we will write down here P2. And then now we will update the quantum time to 12. Okay, we'll update the time to 12. P2 will come out of the CPU, enter into the main memory, that is your ready queue. So we update the P2 value to 1, only 1 unit time left now. Now P3, after P2 we have P3. So we will write down here P3. So the Gantt chart CPU time is updated to 13 unit time. Okay. So after P3, which one is that? P1 is still, does P1 still needs it? Yes, P1 still needs it. Okay, so we make it 2. So P1 comes in here. Okay, so we update the time to 40. So is it clear now? Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please continue the rest. Please finish the rest. Okay, tell me what will be here now.
P2 ma'am.
P2, P1, P2, P2 1 will be P2 कितने बार आ चुका है 1 2 3 4 P2. The quantum will be updated to 15. And then now P2 is also now 0. So even this one was out, this one P4 was out. Now P2 is also out from the ready queue. The process has terminated. Okay, so now after P2 which one will come?
And P3.
After P2 P3 will come. The time will be updated to 16. P3 will also be updated to value 3, right? 1 2 3. अच्छा 3 तो हो चुका है, that means it should be 2 5 4 3. एक बार आज अच्छा इसको कितना चाहिए था 5 चाहिए था P3 को. यहाँ पे इसका 4 हो गया, यहाँ पे इसका 3 हो गया, यहाँ पे इसका 2 हो गया. Okay, it should be 2. Okay, so after P3 what will it be? After
One ma'am.
P3
P1.
very good. P1, let's update the Gantt chart. 17. Okay, so P1 के बाद
And P3.
okay, let me
P3
update this one again. Now it will be 1. So it's P3. Okay, let me update it with 1. Now अच्छा ये भी update करना है 18. So after P3
And P1.
very good. P1, let me update this one. It will be 19. So P1 is 0. And now last is obviously it's P3. P3, it will be checked here. In the last lecture, I've told you all the processes will need the same CPU time at the end. So the last value here is also 20. If you will check yesterday's Gantt chart, it is 20. For your SRTF and for FCFS also it is 20. Okay, so that means your distribution is correct. Okay. So this is your Gantt chart that we have got. So any doubt from the Gantt chart class? Can I move to the calculation of waiting time? Anyone who has doubt with finding the Gantt chart? Anyone? Any doubts? Okay, so I think no ma'am. Okay, no doubt. So let's calculate your waiting time now. Okay, so we have waiting. Let's calculate for P4 so that because P4 had come first, so P4 के लिए waiting time क्या होगा? It got the first CPU time. So what was the unit time? 0. So we do sorry क्या हो गया? So it was 0. So P4 entered the ready queue at time unit 0. Okay, थोड़ा ऐसा कर देते हैं so that it will be easy. So it had entered the ready queue at time unit 0. So we write down here 0 minus when did it get into the CPU? Ready queue में आया at time 0. And when did it enter into the CPU? At time unit 0. Okay, so 0 minus 0, it will give me 0. That means, sorry, yes?
ma'am, you are writing it for P0.
Oh yeah, that was a mistake. Thank you. So for P4, it will be, it had to wait for no time. The moment it entered into the ready queue, okay, the moment it entered into the main memory, it got the CPU. So it did not have to wait, okay. So let's calculate for P0 now, okay. So P0 came to the main memory when the time in the system was 2. Okay, so we write down here 2 minus, it came at the time 2. So when did it got the CPU? P0 को पहली बार CPU कब मिला? P0 को पहली बार CPU कब मिला? 2 में. See here. Okay, so I write down here 2. Okay, so let me put down because P0 will reappear in the future. See here. Okay, so let me put it in a pair of parentheses. Okay, so P0 came to the main memory or ready queue at time unit 2. So we wrote down here 2. Okay, so when did it got the CPU? At P0 got the CPU at time unit 2. You can see from here. Okay, it got the CPU time at time unit 2. So we deducted 2 minus 2. But it had to, P0 did not complete its task then. P0 re-entered the CPU. See here, P0 re-entered the CPU because after getting 2 unit time, the burst time was still there, 1 unit time. So how do we calculate it? So later in the future, when did P0 got the CPU? It started from here. So what is the time unit on this bar? 9. Okay, so I will write down here 9. At 9, it got the CPU again. But when was the last time it came out of the CPU? P0 started from 2, continued till 3. After that, it was there in the CPU till time was 4 hours. Okay, so 9 minus 4. So how much do we get? 2 minus 2, 0 plus 9 minus 4, 5. 0 plus 5, it will give me 5 waiting time. Is it clear? Any doubt? Clear? Any doubt? Okay, let me do for P1 also, then I will leave P2, P3 up to you guys. Okay, so for P1 now. So now P1, when did it came to the ready queue? P1 came to the ready queue at 4. We'll check arrival time for that. Okay, so pair of parentheses, I will write down here 4 minus. It came to the ready queue at 4. You know the Gantt chart, right? You know the Gantt chart. Here we have the ready queue. Here we have the running. So it waits here. The job waits here. When the CPU is free, then from the ready queue, it goes into the running state. So this is your arrival time. This is your burst time. How long does it remains in the CPU? Okay. This is your main memory. This is your CPU. Remember the lecture when I taught you the transition diagram. Okay, so here we call it as the ready queue. For this I have also drawn the diagram. Ready queue wala diagram bhi banaya hai, dikhaya hai. Okay, so here we call it as ready queue. Why queue? Because there are more than one process in the memory at a particular time. But here we do not have any queue. Why? Because only one process at a time can be there in the CPU. अगर CPU में एक बार में एक ही process होता है तो do we need a queue? No, we don't need queue here. But we need queue here. Queue because in main memory we can have more than one process at a time. That's why we use the term ready queue here. Okay. So let's go back to the question. So now it had come to the ready queue at time unit 4 P1. ठीक है 4 लिखा तो इसको पहली बार CPU कब मिला P1 को. So let's check here 4 time. At time equals to 4, it got its first CPU. So I do 4 minus 4. Okay. So let me do plus. Open a pair of parentheses. Let me do again. I don't know. Maybe a couple of more. So let me copy this and keep it for the future. Okay. So now at 4 it is कौन सा था P1. At 4 it got the CPU time. Okay, so for 4 it is there in the CPU. It is there in the CPU. It's not waiting. It is executing. So we leave it. So has P1 reappeared in the future? Yeah. When it has come, see this 11 is for this bar. This bar, what is the time unit? 10. यहाँ पे तो हमारा 10 है ना? See. यहाँ पे तो हम ये 10 is for this bar. Okay, यहाँ पे हमारा थोड़ा इधर उधर हो गया है। ओके, सो ये बार यहाँ पे खत्म हो रहा है, यहाँ पे स्टार्ट हो रहा है, तो 10 है। ओके, सो नेक्स्ट योर P1 is starting at time unit 10, so I write down here 10. Okay, so 10 minus, it started at 10 P1, but when was the last time it was there in the CPU? So we go back here, it was there in the CPU when time was 6. So I do here 10 minus 6. Okay, so after this one, has P1 reappeared? Yes, here P1 has reappeared. So I will again have to perform. How long did it wait to come to the CPU? How long did it wait? It has entered into the CPU in 13 minutes time. Okay, but to enter CPU at 13 minutes time, how long did it had to wait? It had to wait, last time कहाँ पे था ये? 10 में था. Okay, so 10 में start किया था, 11 में खत्म किया था. So it was there from 10 to 11 o'clock. So after 11 o'clock, it had to wait for till clock hit 13. ओके, 1 बजे तक, 11 बजे से 1 बजे तक फिर से इसको वेट करना पड़ा सीपीयू में आने के लिए. सो आई राइट डाउन हियर 11, क्योंकि 11 में ये वापस बाहर आ गया था. सो अगेन अगर फ्यूचर में आया क्या? यस, P1 फिर से फ्यूचर में आया है. हाँ, अच्छा ये कर लिया. ओके, सो आफ्टर दिस फिर से फ्यूचर में आया है P1. यस, व्हेन एट 16. ओके, सो P1 फिर से 16 में फ्यूचर में आया है. सो 16 वी राइट डाउन हियर. तो 16 में आया, लेकिन लास्ट टाइम कब निकला था? So we go back to the last time. Last time it had come out of the CPU at clock time 14. Okay, so 14 में बाहर आ गया था. So I will write down here 14. So has the P1 reappeared after this one? Yes, it has reappeared here. So it had to wait again, क्योंकि इसके बाद भी इसने अपना टास्क नहीं कंप्लीट कर पाया था. So after 16, okay, it ran till 17. 17 तक it had to wait. Okay, 17 तक it had to ओके. सो 16 P1 का था. ओके, P1 लास्ट कहाँ था हमारा? P1, ओके, 16 से it had come out at 14. So now P1 have reappeared here. So when did it needed? At 18 hours time. So in 6 बजे रात को ये फिर से वापस आया, which is 18 hours time. ओके, 6 बजे वापस आया, लेकिन लास्ट टाइम घर से बाहर कब निकला था? Okay, so last time it had come out of the house, let us say P1 here, at 17 o'clock. That means 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock it had gone out of the home. Okay, so we write down here 17, and again it came back home at 18 hours. Okay, so has P1 reappeared in the future? No, now it is done. So 1 2 3 4 5. So P1 देखो 6 time. Okay, because at first it was there in the CPU for 2 continuous minutes. Okay, so 2 को हम 1 कर देंगे तो 5 times it should have been. So 1 2 3 4 5. It's there for 5 minutes of time. Okay, so 4 minus 4 0, 10 minus 6 4, 13 minus 2 11, 2 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8 plus 1 8 plus 1 9. So 9, it had to wait for 9 minutes to complete its task. Is it clear?
Yes,
Class,
ma'am.
is it clear? Okay. Everyone, is it clear? Rijwana, Pravesh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is his name? My ex-student. Has he not joined today?
No, ma'am, he didn't join me.
Or maybe he doesn't know. Does he know the class was at 12?
Yes, ma'am. I sent him the link, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, in the link he's not there. In the email ID he's not there.
No, ma'am. छैन अरे ma'am तपाईँले गरेको छैन भन्नुहुँदै थियो.
ओहो हो म भोलि गरिदिन्छु ल अब अच्छा है मैले बिर्सेछु ओके आई डू टुमारो अगर कोई है एक ग्रुप बना दिया so I what I always do reply here and all that email ID gets copied so if there is anyone who is not there in the list so far please text me okay WhatsApp कर देना मैं ऐड कर दूंगी okay so now please calculate for the rest the waiting time for P2 and P3 and give me the waiting time
Ma'am, P2 5, P3 6.
P2 5 yes is correct and P3 P3 how much
6.
6.
6 but either yours is wrong or mine is wrong because my value is 7
7, ma'am.
yes I've got 7 so 7 is correct thank you and those of you who have got 6 please check your calculation if you are still getting 6 I'm giving you 1 minute time to tell me that if you are still getting 6 or 7 you're getting 7 only Rijwana
No, ma'am, I'm Rashmi.
okay Rashmi sorry Rashmi are you now getting 7
Yes, ma'am.
okay so class can we move to the average waiting time now anyone who has not got the waiting time अगर किसी को नहीं मिला है मुझे बताओ अगर सभी का इतना वैल्यू आ गया है then please give me the average waiting time
Ma'am, 5.4.
5.4 I'm getting 5.2 others please check it मैंने जो कैलकुलेशन किया है 5.2 है तो मैं भी रॉन्ग हो सकती हूँ बाकी लोग प्लीज चेक करो
Ma'am, 5.2.
okay so the person who had got 5.4 please recalculate it and the correct one is 5.2 okay so now turnaround time is simple you just do the waiting time plus your burst time okay so do that and give me the turnaround time turnaround time difficult नहीं है तो मैं इसको explain नहीं करूंगी just give me the values for turnaround time okay what is the turnaround time for P0
8.
Ma'am, 8.
yes it's correct P1
15.
15.
it's correct P2
Ma'am, 9.
it's correct P3
Ma'am, 12.
it's correct P4
Ma'am, 2.
it's correct average turnaround time
Ma'am, 9.2.
okay I got lazy calculating this value so please other friends please cross check it मैंने नहीं calculate किया है average turnaround time तो आप लोग cross check कर लेना okay so this is what we have got for your round robin okay ये आपका round robin है so last बचा है आपका SJF so let's go for SJF so before I move to the SJF anyone any doubt class any doubt is it clear to everyone
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
okay so now what will I do is for SJF okay यहाँ पे हमने एक question लिया है we have taken this question we have solved it using 3 techniques okay SRTF FCFS and round robin priority self study because simple है priority ये खुद ही priority है अगर आप देखोगे तो this is 0 this is 1 this is 2 this is 3 this is 4 अगर मैं इसको रिमूव कर दूंगी तो ये प्रायोरिटी बन जाता है सी हियर 0 1 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's very simple priority scheduling. इसलिए मैं नहीं करा रही हूँ, तो आप कर लेना. एग्जाम में अगर मैंने इसी क्वेश्चन में 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 डाला and here instead of arrival time I give priority scheduling, that means the same, everything remains the same, rest. Okay, so अभी आप क्या करोगे इस क्वेश्चन के लिए? शॉर्टेस्ट जॉब फर्स्ट, SJF आप खुद कर लेना एज अ प्रैक्टिस. यू हैव वन प्रैक्टिस प्रॉब्लम. ओके, सो व्हाट विल आई डू इज आई टेक वन मोर एग्जांपल, ऐसा वाला स्नैपशॉट. उसमें मैं आपको SJF करा दूंगी. ओके, सो यू विल हैव एटलीस्ट 2 क्वेश्चंस टू प्रैक्टिस. ओके, उसमें SJF करा के छोड़ दूंगी. उसमें यू कैन डू FCFS, RR, priority, FCFS on your own. Okay, should we do that? At least that way you will get 2 questions to practice. Okay, so let's take one more example. You can leave it SJF on your own, you can do it your way for this problem. Let me take one more example. I'll not write the question, I will just write the table only. You can formulate the question on your own. Process, arrival time, burst time, process, arrival time, burst time, and let me take 3 processes this time because time is less. We have process here, we have process, arrival time, process, arrival time, burst time. Okay, let me die on P0, P1, P2. Okay, so let me write down arrival time 0, 1, 2. Burst time, let me write down 8, 3, 1. Okay, so this is one more practice question. Let's do SJF on. Okay, let's do SJF on this one. You have here question number 2. Okay, okay, so what will I do is I will write down here quantum 2 for your practice problem. Okay, quantum 2, you can consider this problem. You can calculate round robin, FCFS, priority algorithm, okay, and SRTF. Okay, but I will teach only SJF for this problem. For FCFS, RR, SRTF, priority, you can take this example. Okay, you can solve it and amongst yourself, आप friends लोगों के बीच में ही आप लोग answer compare कर सकते हो. Okay, so are we ready? Any doubt from round robin? Can we move towards solving this? Class, can we move to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so what is the first step? What is the first step?
And that, ma'am.
Very good. Gantt chart. Let's draw. Okay, so before I start with this one, let me explain. Shortest job first. Go with the name. Okay, and this one is non-preemptive type. Okay, so it doesn't performs any preemption. Okay, it does not performs any preemption. So that means जैसा है हमें वैसे ही consider करना है. So for round robin and SRTF, you consider this same problem as preemption. आप round robin और SRTF के लिए खुद के practice के लिए इसको as a preemption type consider करना, and you can consider the quantum value too. Okay, so for FCFS, SJF, this is the one. FCFS, you try yourself. SJF, shortest job first. So here what you'll have to look first is arrival time. Okay, so it will go like this. So now this one has come first, so this one will get the CPU time. This one has come second, so this one will get the CPU time. Has come third, so this one will get the CPU time. Now if I have something like this, at arrival time 0, okay, at arrival time 0, there is only one process in the ready queue, so P0 will enter into the ready queue. But at time equals to 1, there are two processes who had simultaneously entered into the ready queue. So in this case, for shortest job first, who gets the CPU time? In that case, what do? Is we compare the burst time. Between the burst time of these two processes, which process has got the shortest job period? So obviously, this is the one. So one will enter into the CPU. Okay, it will complete its task, then only it will come out, then P1 will enter into the CPU. Okay, so let's do Control Z. Okay, H1. Okay, so let me draw the Gantt chart. Gantt chart में. Okay, so which one will come first? Check the arrival time P0. So we have here P0. It has come at the time 0. So shortest job first, it will not perform any preemption. That means once it enters into the CPU, it will come out of the CPU only after completing the task. Okay, so it will come out, it needs 8 burst minute. So it will be there in the CPU for 8 burst minute, and then only it will come out. Okay, so after that, which one will come out? Okay, so after that, which one will come out? P1 or P2? Tell me which one, P1 or P2?
P1.
P1. Okay, because P1 has come to the ready queue second. Okay, so draw the Gantt chart and give me. There are only two values, so draw the Gantt chart and give me the values. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell me which one will be here?
P1, ma'am.
P1. Anyone else? Anyone else? Which one will be here? P1 or कौन सा था? P1 or P2?
P1.
Okay. Others? Okay. P1 is the wrong answer. Okay. Why is it wrong answer? Is because see here at clock time 8. Please look at here carefully because students often make mistakes here. Okay. Shortest job first. If the burst time of P0 was 1, if the burst time of P0 was 1, then your answer would be correct. Here I would get P1 because at clock time 1, which one is the only process in the ready queue? P1. Okay, what is its burst time? 3. But here in the burst time we do not have 1. So here in the burst time, the CPU time it needs is 8. So P0 will continue to be there in the CPU for 8 minutes time. Okay, so within this 8 minutes, when it was there in the CPU, there were two other process which has already entered into the ready queue. Okay, so now when at 8 minute time P0 will come, when P0 will come out of the CPU, okay, context switch will go to the ready queue. It will check there are already two process. Okay, and it is not first come first serve. जो पहले आया उसको मिलेगा वो नहीं है. If it was first come first serve, your answer would be correct, P1. If the burst time was 1, your answer would be correct. But neither is the situation. Neither it is first come first serve, nor the burst time is 1. The burst time here is 8, and within this 8 unit time, there are already 2 processes who has entered into the ready queue. So what does the shortest job says? The shortest job does not say whichever come first give the CPU. No, it doesn't. What does it say? It says choose the one with the shortest job period time. By the time you are out of the CPU and go to ready queue to check if there are numbers of processes already in the ready queue, check their burst time and select the process with the minimum burst time, with the shortest burst time. So instead of P1, we will get here P2. Okay. So how long now? Because it does not perform preemption. इसमें preemption तो होता नहीं है. It is non-preemptive type. Once P2 enters into the CPU, it will take the CPU as long as it needs to complete its task. So P2 needs 1 minute of the time, so it will be 9. Is it clear? Any doubt? Should I repeat? Class, any doubt? Class, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am, if boss time से same था बन जाएगी ma'am.
एक सेकेंड ना, यार भी अरेंज करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि भाई ना. Okay, so burst time same था बने. Okay, so let's create a situation. Let me make 8 here, or choose any one at random. कौन किसका मैं burst time same बना दूं? Tell me.
P1 and P2 ma'am.
P1 and P2. Okay, so let me make it 3. Okay. So now at quantum time 3. Okay, so at quantum time 8, P0 comes out, it goes to the ready queue, it checks P1 and P2 are the processes that are already there in the ready queue. Okay, so shortest job first says because they're already in the ready queue, check the burst time. Oh, so sad, burst time are same. So now comes the confusion. Okay, and because I've already given the answer to the question, what does the algorithm does? Can anyone from the audience tell me which one will be chosen? क्योंकि P1 और shortest job के according तो हम लोग burst time choose check करते, लेकिन अब burst time है same. So how do we break the time? Can anyone tell me? I've already given the answer. Anyone? I'm sorry, who was it? Anita था क्या?
Ma'am will check the arrival time.
Very good. Very good. What will we do? Then if there is any form of tie, we call the tiebreaker. And the tiebreaker is your algorithm. First come, first serve. So how do we break the tie? We check the arrival time. Okay. So out of these two, which one has come first? P1 has come first. It has come at time unit 1. So P1 will be chosen. Okay, so is your query answered now? Who was it? I don't know. So is your query answered now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let's continue with the problem. So I'll have here P2. It will continue to be there till clock time 9. Okay. So obviously now the only one that has remained is P1. Okay. So P1 needs 3 burst time. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So it will be there till 12 minutes. Okay. So now we have the Gantt chart. Calculate the waiting time. Waiting time calculate करके बताओ मुझे. Waiting time for P0 equals to कितना होगा? Class, please give me the waiting time.
Ma'am, is it 0?
Yes, it's 0. For P0, right?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, P0 it's 0. Give me for P1.
Ma'am, 10.
P1 10. P1 it's not 10.
8.
8.
Very good. It's 8. I'm sorry, when I'm in the editor, I cannot see you who is speaking. Okay, so the boy who gave me the answer 10 is your. Are you clear? Why? Where did you go wrong?
Ma'am, please
No,
explain.
ma'am.
No. Okay, so I need to explain. Okay, so see here, waiting time for P1. Okay, it's simple. P1 को CPU में कब मिला? When did it enter into the CPU? ये घर कब आया? घर आया ये 9 बजे. Okay, so let's not say घर. Let's say there is a room in your home. Okay, so you have entered your room at 9 o'clock. Okay, but by when had you come to your home? उसके लिए आपको यहाँ पे जाना पड़ेगा. Okay, so थोड़ा मुझे साथ में रखने दो. So P1 got the CPU at time unit time 9, but when did it came to the main memory? At arrival time 1. So I will do 9 minus 1. Okay, so इसका क्या purpose क्या है? The purpose is, I will show you, I will explain with the help of a diagram here. Okay, so okay, this is your main memory. This is your CPU. Okay, so this is your CPU. This is your main memory. Okay, so let's say ये हमारा computer है. Here there are so many processes, so many programs, right? So all the programs are not processes. For example, if you check my list, yes, see, these are all the applications, but these are just applications or programs. These are not processes right now. In the main memory, what all process is there? If you check my main memory right now, आप manager में जाकर check कर सकते हो. आप देखोगे browser is there, browser is running, a folder is running, my paint is running, my word file is running, this mouse is running, and the keyboard is running. Oh, give me 1 minute, my battery is down. Okay, so all these are the processes. Okay, so now अभी हमारा कौन सा था? Okay, so now just consider calculator. Okay, in my computer I have calculator. Okay, so right now this is the main memory of my computer. I have here Google Chrome. Okay, I have here Word file. Okay, so let's not consider this folder as of now. ठीक है, मैंने ये 3 ब्लॉक ही बनाया है. So now, and later, yes, also paint was there in the main memory. But now because I'm currently working in the paint, so this paint has come out of the main memory. This paint has now come out of the main memory, and it is there in the CPU. Okay, so now this calculator is there. Okay, so this paint was there before I started the class. So let's say at time 0. So what after you attend the classes? So let's say 1. Okay, so Google Chrome when I started the meet. So let's say 2. Okay, so now this is there in the paint. I go after, when I go to the word file, this paint will come out of the processor, it will enter into the main memory, this word will go here. Until now calculator is not there. So if I'll ask you to give me the waiting time for this calculator, let us say this is marked as process P4. Okay, so now I open my calculator. ओके, सो कैलकुलेटर अब खुला, लेकिन ये कब खुला? एट टाइम पीरियड 21. सो व्हाट इज द अराइवल टाइम ऑफ दिस कैलकुलेटर? द अराइवल टाइम ऑफ दिस कैलकुलेटर इज 21. सो क्या इसका वेटिंग टाइम 0 से स्टार्ट होगा? नो, इसका टाइम वेटिंग टाइम हम कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? लेट अस से आफ्टर अब ये पेंट हैज कम आउट हियर एंड दिस कैलकुलेटर इज गॉन देयर सीपीयू में. ओके, सो अब 22 मिनट्स में ये गया. सो नाउ व्हाट इज द वेटिंग टाइम फॉर दिस कैलकुलेटर? 22 जब इसको सीपीयू मिला माइनस द टाइम व्हेन इट एंटर इनटू द रेडी क्यू 21. ठीक है, क्योंकि ये आया तो लेट है ना. दो माय कंप्यूटर स्टार्टेड 2 hours ago, but I am opening converting this program into a process at time 21. अभी आ रहा है. So that is what we do. Okay, so that is what we are doing here. Okay, so P1 CPU में कब आया? 9 में. लेकिन ये रेडी क्यू में कब आया? That we check by getting the arrival time. So when did it came? 1. So 9 minus 1 equals to 8. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then I think it was, अच्छा जिसने डाउट बोला था उसी वही अभी मुझे यस मैम बोल रहा है. द पर्सन हु सेड इट वाज नॉट क्लियर इज द सेम पर्सन हु इज सेइंग यस मैम नाउ?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, class, then give me the waiting time for P2 now. Mirik no. Class, please give me 1 minute. My dog is disturbing me. Mirik no. Okay, so what is the waiting time for P2?
7.
7? No, I'm not getting 7.
6, ma'am.
6, ma'am.
6. 6 is the correct answer. 6 is the correct answer. Okay, for those who is getting 7, let me write down. For P2, P2 has entered at 8. So I do 8 minus, when did it came? P2, it came at arrival time 2. So I will do here 8 minus 2 equals to 6. So AWT?
11.
AWT 11? No. इसको 7 जब 14 by 3. It should not be 11. 14 by 3 should come
10.
near about 4.5, huh? 4.6.
मैम 4.6.
हाँ, it should be correct. मैंने नहीं किया है ये, अभी क्वेश्चन बनाया तो. So it should be something like this, 4.5, something like this. 11 नहीं होगा. You need time. Okay, so quickly give me turnaround time. It's easy. Waiting time plus your boss time. Yes.
Ma'am, 8,
Yes.
11,
11.
Okay.
7.
7.
Okay, thank you. Can you give me average turnaround time?
8.66.
Okay, I've not calculated it, so I'm just assuming it's correct. Okay. Okay. So this is it for your SGF. So now is SGF clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now what you can do is you can consider this question as practice question. Okay, अब इसके लिए फिर से FCFS, RR, SRTF, priority algorithm फिर से वो कर सकते हो. So if you check here, this is again priority. So if I write down priority here, 0, 1, 2, this is the priority. Okay, so accordingly answer will be same for your SJF, priority maybe. Okay, so now yes, this is SGF, we have calculated it. So any question from the with this we have finished process scheduling algorithms. Okay, इसके साथ हमारा process scheduling algorithm का topic खत्म हुआ. We have studied process transition diagram, process control block, scheduling, process scheduling algorithm, so process scheduling, then process scheduling algorithm. We have also seen numericals for that. Okay, so now इन सब के लिए आपको program लिख के आपका जो ये नंबर ऑफ प्रोसेस है, यू विल आस्क फ्रॉम द यूजर, अराइवल टाइम यू विल आस्क फ्रॉम द यूजर, बर्स्ट टाइम यू विल आस्क फ्रॉम द यूजर. इफ यू विल आस्क ऑल थ्री वैल्यूज फ्रॉम द यूजर, आपको इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में डिफिकल्टी होगी, बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स होगा. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन फिक्स द मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ प्रोसेस कि इतना तक करो, या फिर व्हाट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन फिक्स आइदर द अराइवल टाइम और द बर्स्ट टाइम, एंड बाकी के दो वैल्यू आप यूजर से मांग सकते हो. ओके, so वो लेके for lab you will have to implement, okay, you'll have to implement FCFS, SJF, error, priority algorithm, and when it is round robin you'll have to ask from the user quantum, or you can write one single program. Okay, using switch you can ask from the user. switch में आप option डाल सकते हो, cases बना के you can have cases, case 1 FCFS, case 2 SJF, 3 RR, 4 priority. If user chooses RR, you run that part of the code and give the output to the user. You can use a switch for that. Okay, or you can do individual program. It is entirely up to you how you want to do it, but it should not be compile time, it has to be runtime program. And you will submit all these programs in 1 week time. That means today is Wednesday, by next Wednesday you have to submit. So far I've given 3 programs. Okay, so यहाँ पे मैं अभी आपके क्लास के जाने के बाद 5 और ऐड करूंगी to implement FCFS, to implement ये वो करके. Then you will submit 8 programs to me. Any doubts? Class, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so there is one last thing that I will have to say. Sometimes in not in competitive exam, क्योंकि वो तो lengthy होता है competitive exam के लिए, but for university exam, how can we ask question is one way, directly find either waiting time, turnaround time, response time, completion time, or second type, a big question for 15 marks asked to calculate all of this, a small question of 5 marks to calculate average waiting time. Just to make you confused, directly asked to calculate turnaround time. That means you have to find waiting time. Okay, sometimes a short type question for like 3 marks just asked to calculate Gantt chart. Okay, sometimes a big question and simply written like this: consider the following snapshot of an OS with 5 processors. Okay, and one final question. Now give which algorithms should be chosen for finding the okay, calculate the optimum waiting time using all the algorithms. So what you will do is what you'll have to do basically on that is you will run all the algorithms. 15 marks ka hoga. You will run all the algorithms. You will calculate waiting time, turnaround time for all the algorithms. At the end you will prepare one table. Okay, so like this, let me do. अब इसे टेबल बना लेना. I don't know if I'll, इसमें आप क्या करोगे, processes लिखना, processes. Okay, so here you will have FCFS. Here you write down SJF. Here you will write down SRTF. Here you will write down priority algorithm. Here you will write down round robin algorithm. Okay, so now because we do not have पहले problem के लिए we do not have SJF, we have only SRTF, so I'm going to remove it. So we have not done PA, I'm going to remove it. Okay, so इसके FCFS के लिए आपने क्या क्या calculate किया है? Okay, so here you have waiting time, here you have turnaround time, here you have waiting time, here you have turnaround time, here you have waiting time, here you have turnaround time. You'll have to prepare a table like this at the end for exam purpose. Okay, so now here you have P0, P1, P1, P2, P3, P4. Okay, so मेरा एक ज़्यादा हो गया. Or you can add here average waiting time. That way it will be easier for you to compare. Okay, so here you have your average turnaround time. Okay, so from the above here you have already calculated it. Okay, यहाँ पे आपने already calculate कर चुके 01570. Okay, so I've already prepared it. So what you can write down here is 0, what you have calculated from here, 0, 1, 5, 7, 0. Okay, so this is the waiting time for your FCFS that you have calculated. Okay, so SRTF, if you'll go above, you'll find 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 7, 0. For round robin, it was 5, 9, 5, 7, 0. So what was the waiting time for FCFS? The average waiting time was 2.6. इसके लिए था 2.4, 2.6, 2.4, 2.6, 2.4, 5.2, 2.6, 2.6, I think 2.6, 2.4, कितना था? Yes, 5 point, अच्छा, sorry, ये यहाँ पे नहीं था, अभी था 2.6, इसको छोड़ दो. What we will do is, let me write down here, Control X, average waiting time सिर्फ रख देते हैं. Let's merge it, center. Let's merge it, center. Let's merge it, center. So I've got 2.6 for here, 2.4 for this one, and 5.2 for this one. So what was the question? Which algorithm would be best suited to implement these many processes in an environment with one process? Okay, so for that what you will do, बड़ा question 15 या 20 marks का. So you will go for FCFS, SRTF, RR and SGF. Priority छोड़ देना क्योंकि इसके साथ ही priority भी set हो जाता है. Okay, so do not consider priority. ऐसा question है तो ये 4 ले लेना, आप SGF भी डालना. You will check average waiting time. Average waiting time सबसे कम कौन सा algorithm दे रहा है? 2.4. That means for this many process with this scenario, the operating system must choose SRTF for their implementation. Okay, so remaining blocks you can fill by yourself. You will add one more block here, SGF आप जब करोगे और उसको add कर देना. So this is how you will approach, you will do problem solving in exam. So is there any clear? Is there any doubt? Class, and out if you want, you can take a screenshot of this one. Class, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so let me check your attendance if it's recorded. Okay, so your attendance is recorded. If you do not have any question, you may please leave the classroom. We'll meet tomorrow with another topic.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.